There are many auspicious celebrations. In the first few chapters it mentions observing Kartik. Just find under ISKCON's Parents' Day shortly. Then the appearance of Radhakund. That's a very big occasion in Vrindavan, the appearance of Radhakund. Brajvasis from all over Braj, and actually many devotees from outside of Braj, from Rajasthan, they come and surround Radhakund. Possibly 10,000, and right up till midnight they wait, and then midnight they have a bath. It's very festive. Lamps. Last year one member of ISKCON got clay lamps with ghee and put them all around Shyamakund and Radhakund, every 2 feet. So the whole kund was being lit up. Then of course there's Diwali, and even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu celebrated Diwali. Of course, amongst our Hindus, Diwali has become something of a explosive ceremony. Where they let off the fireworks. Of course, no different from India also. India's worse, actually. They have these bangers in India which sound like bombs. And they put them in garbage bins and things. And very, very loud indeed. Much louder than our South African version. Anyhow, Diwali has become like a social function where people visit each other and they give sweets to each other. But traditionally, Lord Chaitanya even celebrated Deepavali, Diwali. And then Govardhan Puja, which is 2 days, 3 days later. That's also significant. The worship of Govardhan Hill, Krishna lifting Govardhan Hill. And then for us, 2 days later after that is Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, which is especially significant for us, to observe the appearance and disappearance days of the Lord and His devotees is purifying for us. It's a spiritual practice. So we acknowledge and we celebrate Prabhupada's disappearance day. So today is the first day. This is the first day of spring in India. And also, this is when Rasa Leela took place. Vasant? No. There's two major Rasa Leelas. One is in autumn. That's Vasant. Saradiya. So tonight is an occasion where the Lord engaged in Rasa Leela. So we'll sing one bhajan, and then we'll speak a little what Prabhupada has said about Kartik, and then I'll also add some information. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madan Mohan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Govinda Gopinatha Madan Mohan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahava Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahava Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Dwadasakara Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Dwadasakara Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Dwadasakara Yaha Sabalila Koilo Shinananda Yaha Koilo Shinananda Yaha Sabalila Koilo Shinananda Yaha Sabalila Koilo Shinandaya Surajaya Jaya Gopaga Shinandaya Surajaya Jaya Gopaga Shinandaya Surajaya Jaya Gopaga Shinandaya Surajaya Jaya Gopaga Shridhamani Jaya Jaya Janavatsaka Shridhamani Jaya Jaya Janavatsaka Shridhamani Jaya Jaya Janavatsaka Shridhamani Jaya 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 Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirti Sundare Jaya Vrishabhanujaya Kirti Sundare Jaya Purnamase Jaya Abhiranagari Jaya Purnamase Jaya 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 Gopishwara Vrindavana Maja Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Maja Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhaktadwaja Raja Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhaktadwaja Raja Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rohini Nandana Rohini Nandana Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasijata Jana Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Jaya Dwani Patni Jaya Naga Kanyaga Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyaga Bhakati Ara Pailo Govinda Charana Bhakati Ara Pailo Shira Samandala Jaya Jaya Radesha Shira Samandala Jaya Jaya Radesha Jaya Jaya Rasalila Savamanora Jaya Jaya Rasalila Jaya Jaya Dwara Rasa Sava Rasa Sa Jaya Dwara Parikiya Bhavaya Brajite Prachara Parikiya Bhavaya Brajita Prachara Shri Janavi Padapatma Kuriya Swara Shri Janavi Padapatma Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madan Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madan Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinatha Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Radhe Gaurani Nitai Gaurani Gaurani Nitai Gaurani Mo Hari Mo Hari Mo Nitai Gaurani Mo Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Radha Radhanatha ki, Shri Kartik Brata ki, Gau Premanandi. All glories to Sama devotees. All glories to Sama devotees. All glories to Sama devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. So while singing that wonderful song, I was thinking how pleased Srila Prabhupada would be that so many people are coming on the first day of Kartik, all of you, and observing this auspicious occasion. In the early days, when I joined, 1973, we had no idea what Kartik was. And we definitely didn't celebrate it. It's only been in the last perhaps 5 years or 10 years, say in the last 10 years, the practice of Kartik, following it, has been more observed. Even in Vrindavan, we didn't go to Vrindavan for Kartik. But starting around about 1990, the VIHE, the Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, came into being, and Vrindavan started to manifest amongst the ISKCON devotees. The Kartik festival started to get prominence, but only up to about 10 years ago. Prior to that, it was a more private affair. Now, of course, in Vrindavan, many devotees go for Kartik, and Kartik festival is generally the second biggest festival in our society. The first being the Gopurnim festival in Mayapur, where we get many thousands. So generally the second biggest, most important festival is the Kartik festival, which culminates in Prabhupada's disappearance day, when many leading Vaishnavas visit Vrindavan. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Many leading Vaishnavas visit Vrindavan for Prabhupada's disappearance day, and they speak their remembrances of Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada's samadhi is also there. In other words, the remains of his body placed in salt is right there underneath his samadhi tomb. So it's a very special place, Vrindavan. So let me read what Srila Prabhupada has written. Srila Prabhupada is translating from Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So this is basically Rupa Goswami's instruction, but presented by Prabhupada. Further aspects of transcendental service, nectar devotion, performing devotional service in Kartik. One of the most important of these ceremonial functions is called Uja Brat. Uja Brat is observed in the month of Kartik, brackets, October, November, especially in Vrindavan. See, every year it changes. Last year, Kartik was the whole month of November. So it changes because the Vaishnav calendar works on the lunar month. And the lunar month is different to the solar month. So this year Kartik is starting the 21st. So Ujva Brat is observed in the month of Kartik, October, November, especially in Vrindavan. There is a specific program for temple worship of the Lord in his Damodar form. Damodar refers to Krishna being bound with ropes by his mother, Yasoda. It is said that just as Lord Damodar is very dear to his devotees, so the month known as Damodar in Kartik is also very dear to him. So just like Mother Yasoda chased after Krishna and bound him with a rope, so in the month of Kartik, it is easier to bind the Lord and to place him within your heart. You understand that? As Mother Yasoda bound Krishna, so the devotee is able to bind Krishna and place him within his or her heart, especially in the month of Kartik. The execution of devotional service during Ujja Brat in the month of Kartik is especially recommended to be performed in Mathura. This system is still followed by many devotees. They go to Mathura or Vrindavan and stay there during the month of Kartik, specifically to perform devotional service during that period. In the Padma Purana, it is said, quote, "The Lord may offer liberation or material happiness to a devotee, but after some devotional service has been executed, particularly in Mathura during the month of Kartik, the devotees want only to attain pure devotional service unto the Lord." The purport is that the Lord does not award devotional service to ordinary persons, but only those who are serious about it. But even after unserious persons who execute devotional service according to the regulated principles during the month of Kartik, within the jurisdiction of Mathura in India, are very easily awarded the Lord's personal service. So, this pastime of Mother Yasoda catching Krishna has been described by the previous acharyas. It is quite amazing to consider that God, the supreme creator of everything, the supreme power of all that be, that from which everything emanates, he is willing to take the form of a young baby. This is quite inconceivable. Therefore, another name of the Lord is Adhoksaja, Achyuta, infallible, inconceivable, Achincha, inconceivable. The Lord is inconceivable. The Lord is generating from the Lord's body. Krishna expands himself as Balaram. Balaram's first expansion. Krishna's first expansion, is Balaram. Balaram expands himself as Mool Sankarshan. Sankarshan expands himself as Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Sankarshan again. Then from that second Sankarshan comes the first Vishnu. So that first Vishnu is given the name Mahavishnu or Karanadakshayi Vishnu. So Karanadakshayi Vishnu lies down and he sleeps and breathes out. When he breathes out, from the pores of his body come different bubbles, just like from your body come sweat bubbles. So from Mahavishnu's body come bubbles. Each bubble is a Brahmanda. Brahmanda means a universe. Within each universe there are billions and billions of planets. And then when Mahavishnu breathes in again, each universe is again withdrawn into the body of Mahavishnu. And this one breath, during the one breath of Mahavishnu, Lord Brahma takes birth and dies. And how long does Lord Brahma live for? 311 trillion years. So the one breath of Mahavishnu is 311 trillion years. But Mahavishnu is simply the expansion of the expansion, Kala. expansion of the expansion of Krishna. Yet this Supreme Lord takes the form as a baby. He appears as a young baby, Bacha. How old? He can just about walk and run. So maybe 1.5 years old. Fat, chubby little legs. Fat, chubby little arms. Chubby cheeks. And he plays in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, naked. God appearing naked. In the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, grabbing hold of the tail of the cows and the calves. He grabs hold of the tail of a calf, and the calf pulls him in the dust, and he gets covered in the brudge dust. And he enjoys this. And he engages in childish pranks, the types of little pranks that your own son and your own daughter also engage in. Playing around, copying. And the children, they like to copy, they imitate. So Krishna, as a young baby, Gopal Krishna, Bala Gopal, Kumara, 1 year old, 1.5 years old, 2 years old, he's playing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And all the demigods come. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, they're amazed. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is appearing as a young baby. They're flabbergasted, they're completely amazed at the different pastimes that Krishna performs as a young baby. Who would think? In Christian religion, you have the idea that God is the Father, and we are the sons and daughters. And the son and the daughter, they take from the Father. But in Vaishnava culture, Krishna, the Lord, becomes your son, and you serve him, because the parents serve their children. Am I correct? Right from the beginning, conception of a child, the parents are serving the child. The child doesn't serve the parents. But in Vaishnava theology, there is this conception that God can appear as the young child. And sometimes he carries the shoes of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj has these big wooden shoes, and Krishna grabs hold of these shoes and carries them. And then Nanda Maharaj teaches Krishna how to walk properly. And Krishna grabs hold of his finger. Krishna's hand is so small, it can't grab hold of Nanda Maharaj's hand. So he grabs hold of his finger. And Krishna learns how to walk. Stutters here and there, falling backwards and forwards. And Nanda Maharaj takes great pleasure. Nanda Maharaj is the personification of parental Vatsalya Ras. He's around about 50-ish in age. 50 is a good age, by the way. You're not young and you're not old. Halfway. So Nanda Maharaj is around about 50-ish. And he wears greenish clothes. And he's a little plump. You know, when you get like 50 and above, you're allowed to get a little plump. You're allowed to put on a few extra kilos. Like Nanda Maharaj. And he had this beautiful moustache. Nanda Maharaj has this very nice moustache. Prabhupada also had nice moustache. There's a picture of Prabhupada when he was initiated. And he had this beautiful, handsome moustache. So Nanda Maharaj has this beautiful moustache. He's a personification of Vatsalya Ras. So much affection for Krishna. Mother Yasoda also, we know, she's dressed very beautifully. Decorates her hair with malika flowers, malati flowers, madhavi flowers, Gandharaj. What's Gandharaj? Gandharaj is gardenia. Gardenia. We have these bushes in our garden, gardenia and jasmine. So Mother Yasoda decorates her hair very beautifully. In the morning, she rises early, and her first duty is to milk the cows, and she churns the milk to make the butter. So she takes the milk from her favorite cows, and the favorite cows have eaten the most fragrant grass. So the milk even smells aromatic. She takes that milk and then she churns it herself like this. You know, like you've seen the ladies do. She churns the milk while singing the glories of Krishna. All the elderly gopis, they do this. Churn the milk, they turn it into butter, and then she keeps this stored, butter, ghee, and makes many milk preparations. This is why the cow is worshipped, because from the cow so many milk preparations can be made. So one day, Krishna, Mother Yasoda was boiling the milk, boiling that milk, and she was also attending to Krishna. And then she was breastfeeding Krishna, but she put Krishna down and she went to go and attend to the milk to see if it was boiling properly. So Krishna became a little dissatisfied. He became a little bit angry. God can also become angry. He's playing the part of a human being. Just like a young child goes into a tantrum. Have we seen young Indian children go into a tantrum? Too many times. I've seen firsthand Indian children go into a tantrum. And you want to give them a big smack. So Krishna went into a little bit of a tantrum. He became a little bit angry. And he stomped off. And he thought, what mischief can I do? I want to do some mischief. So he broke in to where Mother Yasoda stored all her milk, all her ghee, all her yogurt. And he started to raid her pantry. He started to feed himself. He started to give some of the yogurt and the ghee to his friends, and also the monkeys. And also, as described by the acharyas, some of the crows were also there. And they were also fed. So then Krishna became a little frightful. And he was thinking, I'm doing mischief and my mother may catch me. So a little bit of fear, bhaya. Bhaya means fear. A little fear came. He became a little frightened. And sure enough, Mother Yasoda, she saw that Krishna was doing mischief. And she thought, I have to correct my son. He's doing mischief. So she approached him with a stick in her hand. Of course, she wasn't going to use the stick, but still she had a stick. So Krishna became afraid. He became fearful. So this is also amazing. That God can become afraid. Fear personified is afraid of God. And yet Krishna himself is fearful. Fear personified is afraid of his mother. So he turned around, he's looking around, looking to see if his mother's going to catch him, and sure enough, she comes. She pounces on him, so to speak. Surprise attack. I remember when I used to stay in the temple, I'm not staying now, sometimes after Mangalarti, sometimes, I have to confess, I'm going to make a confession. Sometimes, this is years and years ago now, I used to go down to the kitchen, where everything was dark. It was dark because it was winter, be quiet, no one was around, and there I would see the kheer and the shrikant and the sweets that had been offered to the Lord. It was there sitting on a tray. Of course, no one is supposed to take it. And I would take it. And I would sneak that cup of kheer and that sandesh and those rasgulas into a quiet place, and I would be looking around. Although I was a guru, I'd be looking around. And I'd be meditating on how Krishna did the same thing. Krishna sneaked, and he took those milk products and he drank them. Early in the morning, I would drink that sweet kheer, which was like 98 octane. And boy, would my rounds be good. Pure sugar. So powerful. And I know many other devotees did the same. I know for a fact. Like Ramananda Prabhu, our late Ramananda, he used to do it all the time. I know. And other devotees have been in the deity department, I know, who are close to me, who are my disciples, won't mention any names. They also did the same. And I think now it's also happening, isn't it? So Krishna did the same thing. Sneaking, looking this way, looking that way, taking the milk, taking the kheer, taking the yogurt, just like we're doing 5,000 years later, same thing. So Mother Yasoda, she decided to teach Krishna a lesson, and she chased after him. She tried to chase after him, and Krishna ran. So this is amazing. God is running. He's running from his devotees. Krishna is playing the part of being fearful. Tears are coming from his eyes. He's actually playing that part by the arrangement of Yoga Maya. Krishna himself really is crying. He's really thinking, oh, my mother's going to get me. She's going to give it to me. And Krishna is really frightened by the arrangement of Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya means Krishna's internal pleasure-giving potency. Leela Shakti. Leela Shakti. The energy of the Lord that facilitates Leela. It's called Leela Shakti. Yoga Maya. So when Mother Yasoda saw that Krishna was frightened, she put the stick down. Some or other she caught him. Although he ran quite fast, and there's a nice verse that even great mystic yogis, they try to capture the Lord in the heart, thinking, now what should I do? Let me tie him. Let me tie him to this mortarboard and keep him out of mischief. So she took some rope that she had nearby, and she tried to tie him. But the rope was 2 inches too short. So Mother Yasoda became a little desperate, and she had many maidservants who were also assisting her, also in Vatsaliras. So they gave Mother Yasoda other pieces of rope, so she extended the rope. But every time she tried to tie Krishna, it was too short. It was short by how much? 2 inches or 2 fingers. Every time it was too short. So she carried on trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And eventually, Krishna gazed at Mother Yasoda's face. Sweat, transcendental drops of sweat was dropping from her face, from her body. She was laboring so hard. And finally Krishna said, all right, you want to tie me up? All right, I'll allow you. And then suddenly the rope was long enough, and Mother Yasoda was able to tie Krishna. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur explains very elaborately in his commentary in the 10th canto that this 2 inches or 2 fingers too short represent 2 things. And one thing is your attempt at practicing sadhana bhakti, or your personal attempt to attain prayojana or Krishna prema. It's your practice of sadhana bhakti. And the other finger is what? The Lord's mercy. So both have to be there. You have to practice sadhana bhakti, and you have to really try and practice, which means rising early, chanting, etc. And the other is the Lord's mercy. One is called the monkey philosophy, and the other is called the cat philosophy. So you trying is the monkey philosophy. The monkey has the young baby monkey. The young baby monkey clings to the mother. So by your attempt, you're trying to cling hold of Krishna, your own attempt. And the cat philosophy is the cat is carried. The mother cat carries the kitten. The small kitten doesn't have to cling, but the mother cat carries the small kitten. So that's Krishna's mercy. So we need both. We need to combine both philosophies. The monkey philosophy, we need to try. We need to attempt to practice sadhana bhakti. And secondly, Krishna's mercy. If you simply try to practice sadhana bhakti without depending or without appreciating Krishna's mercy, you will not make any advancement. And if you simply wait for Krishna's mercy without practicing, then you won't do anything, will you? You'll sit at home and you won't chant, you won't rise early, you won't fast, you won't come to the temple, you don't respect Kartik Brat, and you think, I'll just wait for Krishna's mercy to come, to descend on my head. It is compared to an honorary degree. Occasionally, someone may get an honorary degree. How many people get an honorary degree? Very, very few. Usually you have to work very hard to get a degree. So we have to work hard in the practice of sadhana bhakti. Same time, we have to depend fully on Krishna's mercy. 2 fingers. So Mother Yasoda, she was trying herself to tie Krishna. Let me tie you up. And then Krishna, suddenly he looked at Mother Yasoda and he thought, oh, my devotee, she's really trying so hard. And then Krishna said, all right. And then suddenly the rope was long enough and Krishna was bound. So Krishna will look at you and he will see how hard you are trying to practice sadhana bhakti. And at a certain point, Krishna will say, all right, now I'm going to give you bhava bhakti. And just like that, Sudasattva descends and you get bhava bhakti. Just like that. It happens just like that. It's not even gradual. Just like a fly is trying to get out. It's flying against the window, trying to get out. Then suddenly someone opens the window, flies out. So we practice our devotion, Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Anatana-vritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Ashakti. But the stage of bhava, Sudasattva, it is awarded to you. It is given to you. It is a gift given to you. Sudasattva, bhava bhakti. It is just given like that. And it is given by the Lord or his associates. It's a combination of Ladini Shakti and Samvit. Very clearly explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Mother Yasoda, Krishna just awarded her. So on this occasion we want to pray. There's 1 month. It is good that you all take some type of vow. But don't take a vow that you can't follow. So don't take a vow to chant 300,000 names a day. If you can't do it. But if you can do it, then by all means. Perhaps chant more rounds. A lot of you are chanting 16. You may like to chant 20 rounds. Or take a vow to visit the temple, Radharadhana temple, every day. Offer your lamp. But especially to read a little. I see in our community, people are not reading much. I asked the other day how many people have read Bhagavatam. And no one had actually read the whole Bhagavatam. So I think to read a little is also important. Read 10 minutes. Take a vow that you can handle. Don't take a vow that you know you can't follow. Something you can follow. And this is very auspicious because your devotional service is multiplied 1,000 times. And you should all have as a goal to visit Vrindavan at some point in the future and celebrate Kartik in Braj. So we'll ask His Grace Ramanuja Prabhu to lead us in the Damodarastakam prayers. And we'll offer the lamps. The curtains will stay open after the usual 15 or 20 minutes. So even if you haven't got around to offering your lamp, there'll be time. You'll all get an opportunity. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The picture of Lord Damodar is there. It's described in offering arti, which is incense, lamp, water, flower. The most important thing is the lamp. The lamp takes preference. So you'll all get to offer. And you see the picture of Lord Damodar is there very clearly. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Damodarashtakam ki jai, Shri Radha Radhanatha ki jai, Go Premanandi.